What's the feeling like for you right now ahead of this big moment?
We're feeling confident. Yeah, I just can't wait to punch a Canadian in the face, man.
We're looking forward to that. Olivier Aubin-Mercier, of course, will be the opponent. He's been perfect in the PFL. What do you think about the matchup?
I'm excited about it. He's talking about retiring. I want to go give him a reason to fucking retire. So,
All right. Well
yeah.
said. Said a man a few words, but they're the right ones to say, man. Strong stuff. All right, listen, we're going to turn it over to the media now. They're lined up. Guys, if you have a question for Clay Collard, make sure you got your hand raised, and we will try to get to it as best we can. We'll turn it over now to Tawny to get to the media questions.
Jay Christian.
Hello. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jay Christian Gary of Focus Fights Audio. I'm sorry, I was just so basically hopped up on laughter after that previous incident that happened with the two featherweights fighting. I know that you probably have some type of history with both Chris Wade and Bubba Jenkins in some form, but since this is about your fight now, I'm pretty sure the cordial move will be more respectful. But still, though, I got a couple questions to ask. First of all, when it comes down to your trajectory currently in the PFL, you are 3-0 this season. You beat Yamato Nishikawa. You knocked out Stevie Ray, and you beat up Shane Burgos to get to this title opportunity. I mean, I think I might have already asked a similar question like this before, but what would beating Olivier Aubin-Mercier and, sending him into retirement, winning that $1 million and the PFL lightweight title mean to your career trajectory?
I mean, that's just, that's what I've been working towards since I started this thing, is being a world champion. So, the money's a bonus, and snatching a belt from somebody that wants two of them is another bonus. So, yeah, we're at the top of our game, and we're ready to go prove it.
Understood. And another question is, I know that you basically said, which is obviously true, it's a retirement fight for OAM. It could possibly be a retirement fight for you if he beats you. But let's
Fuck
just
no.
say if the opportunity does come about, and I know I asked this before, but I'll ask again. If you were to put down both sets of gloves, boxing and MMA, and just call it a career, what would you hope that fight fans would understand about both of your careers in combat sports, boxing and MMA?
That I'm a gangster, bro. I'll fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. I've never shied away from fights, and I always go out there and put it on the line to put on shows. So.
I see. Other than that, man, best of skill to you on Thanksgiving weekend. I hope that you and Olivier tear down the house.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm the main event, brother.
Exactly.
All right, Gabriel Morales.
What's up, man? It's Gabe here from the MMA space. I wanted to ask you, when I interviewed Olivia last time we had this, man, let me tell you, he seemed relaxed, and from some of the questions I asked him, he seemed pretty much to the point where he saw no danger in you, or it made it seem as if you pose no threat. Is there something you want to say to that?
He's delusional. He's got mediocre wrestling. His striking's okay, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, if he's not threatened by me, he's overlooking me, and that's a mistake.
So my follow-up question is, are we going to see an upset on the PFL championships?
I ain't surprised.
Good to hear. Good to hear. That's all for me.
Amy. All right, we'll come back to Amy. Ben.
Hey, what's going on, Clay? Now, we can't look too far ahead without briefly looking back. When you watch that fight with Shane Burgos, what are some of the big takeaways and potential areas of improvement that you look back on?
I think I would have finished him in the second round if I hadn't hurt myself. So, the fight was going to game plan. Yeah, he's kicking my legs and hurting my legs a little bit. That seems like something people like to try to do, but it hasn't worked yet. I feel like it was a good fight, and I ended up finishing it while I was injured. So
For sure. Definitely one for the history books. Now, finally fighting for that $1 million in the World Championships. It's been a couple seasons of being, an arm's length away, but now you're inches away. What are the emotions associated with, potentially realizing that accomplishment?
man, we're cool, calm, collected. We can't get too caught up in our emotions. You got to put those to the side and handle business, and that's what I'm here to do.
Love it. Best of luck, Clay.
Ronald.
This is Ronald D. Smith. Clay, all the way back when you first came to PFL, you've always claimed that you are the best in the world. And now fast forward, you're in the main event for the title. In those emotions, what would it mean for you to solidify yourself as that? And when feeling that you will claim to be that person that you always thought you were?
Well, I guess I'll tell you after that belt's around my waist how it feels. Because right now, I don't know.
Fair enough. And during that time, then, when the fight does come, how do you feel when you step in the cage? When you look at your opponent, what feelings do you will have when you face off against him?
The cage is my happy place, man. The cage is where I go to get rid of all the other outside bullshit of the world. So I'm at peace in the cage, and I'm in there to do me. I ain't worried about what the fuck he's got going on.
Best of luck to your fight.
Jake.
Hey, Clay, happy almost fight week. How we feeling?
Like $1 million.
And that's my next question, man. So close to the fight. Are you able to reflect? What do you think's going to feel better? What are you more looking forward to? What's more motivating, the $1 million or the title?
The title, 100%. That's something nobody can ever take away from me. I can't spend my world title. You know what I'm saying? That's something I'll have for the rest of my life.
For sure. And then Olivier obviously hasn't lost in the PFL. So let me just ask you, what do you have to do differently than other fighters have done to give him his first loss and walk away with the $1 million and the title?
I just got to be me, man. I've been calling it since the beginning of the year. It was going to be me and him in the finals. I've got my eye on him. I've got him figured out, and I think I'm the man to beat him. So I just got to go in there, and I just got to be me.
Best of luck, best of skill.
Sean.
Hey, Sean Murphy here. First and foremost, that fight between you and Shane Burgos, that was a barn burner. You've had a great year so far. Let's cap it off with a monumental moment, retiring Olivier. Once you do that $1 million, what's the first thing you're going to get and why you're going to get it?
I'm going to buy a house because my house is too small for me and all my damn kids.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Success and nothing less. Best of luck. You are the main event for a reason.
Damn right, bud. Damn right.
Andrew.
Hello, Mr. Collard. My question for you is, I know you have all the Mortal Kombat tattoos. I'm curious to know, have you played the most recent Mortal Kombat 1 video game?
So sadly, I've not. I've kind of been focusing on training, and I want to get a new console first. I'm still rocking the PS4, so as soon as I get a new console, I think we get the game, and then we handle business. Beating the campaign and maybe getting online, beating some kids up.
I got to ask, what is your history with the game? It's obviously very important to you because you have tattoos of Raiden on you, and so yeah, what is it about the game that connects with you so much?
That's my childhood, man. That's my family. Those are, growing up playing those games, watching the movies, playing Mortal Kombat on the trampoline and beating each other up. And yeah, it's family to me.
Great. Thank you, sir.
WBGR TV.
Hello, WBGR TV here, Koi. My question is, you mentioned your training. How's that been going? How's your training camp?
I mean, we had to work around a few things for a little while, but we're healthy now. We're feeling good, and I'm in great shape. I feel like when one thing is kind of put on the side, other things get better. So I've improved in other aspects of my game where, working around, getting healed up after the Burgos fight. I feel great, man. So we're ready. I've improved in areas that are a little different. You might see a little different Cassius coming out here. Who knows?
All right, Patrick Dana.
Hey, Clay. You're one of the only not one of the only, but you're one of the fighters that's kind of known to have had a whole boxing career. What do you feel about, how do you feel about Francis Ngannou's whole journey into fighting Tyson Fury? How did you feel about his performance and just his future in boxing potentially?
Yeah, I got to give him props because I trained with him a little bit back in Extreme Couture, and I never would have guessed that would have been the case, him going in there and dropping Fury. And I mean, a lot of people might have him winning, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wish him all the success. I think he can take it as high as he wants. And as far as he wants to go in boxing or mixed martial arts. Baddest man on the planet, PFL.
So you got your leg a little bit busted up in your last fight against Shane. I just wanted to ask how it's feeling and how it recovered.
So that lead leg's used to taking a beat, man. It bounces back next couple days. I'm good to go. So yeah, we're feeling good.
Good to hear. Can't wait.
Dave.
Hi, Clay. Please don't punch this Canadian in the face. Talking about me here. No, all kidding aside, you come from boxing, he comes from judo. How do you think your boxing can play to his judo in this one?
I mean, controlling the distance, with the striking, you got to get close enough and grab me to be able to use your judo. And to get close enough to me, you're going to have to get past my hands, which are dangerous.
Thank you.
Marty.
Hey, Clay. Earlier on this year, in an interview with Combat Media UK, you mentioned that you remember when you were a young pro, you were asking who's the toughest fighter in Utah, which was where you lived at the time, and then you went after that guy, and you've been doing that your whole career. Obviously, it seems now, Olivier is probably the toughest fight for you in lightweight. Seeing as you're used to that, is there anything that you are doing differently to prepare for this one, or is it just another day in the office for you?
Yeah, it's just another day, I might be throwing in a couple extra workouts a day just because, you have that fire and that motivation, it being a title fight, it being a dangerous opponent. So we've been grinding, man, and we're ready to shine.
Okay, and the last one from me, you alluded to just in a couple of questions back that there might have been a niggle or so in your camp. Would you give yourself a better chance now, obviously, if you've had to change things around, or would you have preferred not to have had the niggles and maybe focused on what you were originally best at in those skills in that sense?
I think life is about overcoming adversity and shining regardless, you know, working through tough times and hard times, and when things aren't going your way, you can stack all those fucking chips up against me and I'm still gonna show up, and that's what I've done, and I wouldn't have any other way. So
Love that. All the best, my brother.
All right. Any more questions for Clay before we let him go? Speak now, or forever hold your peace.
All right. Looks like we're seeing none. Clay, appreciate the time. Thank you for joining us. Sorry we missed you a couple weeks ago, but thank you for
Yeah,
rescheduling and fitting us in.